And you're in. What's up, everybody? I want to see how the old connection was. So if you don't know, a bunch of servers shut down in this game around the world apparently. So I was playing one night and I kept playing Mexican players, right? Players from Mexico and or like that region. And the gameplay was horrible. Oh, the good old cross goal. And then next thing you know, I couldn't move, I couldn't play. Not even the trash that's typical like UFL like you just saw. Right? Couldn't move, couldn't play. And so I was wondering what was going on, and everyone's like, dude, the servers shut down. The servers shut down, so now, whenever you play at certain times against certain regions, the gameplay's horrible. Well, clearly you can see why everyone's quitting UFL. It's a really bad game. But it's almost comically bad, right? I waited a little too long. Damn it. I'm going to get him. Comically bad, to where you can have some fun playing it. And then they got this new legend coming, but they've already botched the game so bad. Look at this idiot. Oh my god, and somehow that connected. Oh crap. Good. 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 Beautiful football. Good. Goal. Golazo! Ho ho! Take it to the bank, Isaac. Look at that little cutback. Look at that little cutback, boy. So yeah, so I had like 10 games in a row where I couldn't even move, couldn't play, it was pointless. Find out, oh yeah, Strikers shut down like a million servers. It's like, oh yeah, that sounds like a game I want to be a part of. Brand new game, newest football game, shutting down servers, not adding them. Makes sense. But here we are. Doesn't hurt us. Already built our team. We're going to enjoy this comedy while it lasts. Gives you a bit of a relief from the teeth pulling eFootball. Good job. Way to front him. Oh yeah, the lead ball. You're in. Good night. Howling from anywhere. Howling from anywhere, baby. I'm a big fan of your stream. Much appreciated. This dude's the biggest rat I've ever seen. If he even scores one, I'll rat him right back. What the hell? So easy to read. Oh my god, then he gets that. What a tackle. Let's see, we gave it to him. Nice game, you little shithead. That was to my defensive mid. I don't know how that happened. Goal. Beautiful give and go to start that off. And the auto cross goal, you gotta love it. Welcome to UFL. See, it's a whole different game when you can move. UFL with delay is just terrible. What a ball. Oh. Good. You're in. A little late there, buddy. Wrong player. Goal. Yamal. Ramin Yamal. Good Yamal. Good sharp dribble in there. No. Oh, that was... Aw, you little ping pong little fucker. Dude. Don't do this delay shit now, bro. Halftime? You're in. See ya, bitch. No, the delay is so bad, dude. Yes. Goal. Ha ha! Sucker, sucker now. I love how you can just alley-oop to Holland. Essentially, the game's concept is get across to Holland. It's just crazy, bro. How did they get to this point where it's so bad and they don't do any updates? They can't afford it. They're shutting down servers. Not on Rise watch. Raya's a beast, bro. Raya's a beast. I still think that one Kobel and Donnarumma, the special one, are probably better. But Raya's a beast. And I could be wrong, too. Raya could be the best keeper in game. Dude, did you see that delay? Goal. Good night. Good game. Next. So it's an exciting time to play UFL. Yes, we have a million glitches, including the auto crosses to Holland, the crazy finesse shots, the crazy long shots, the off angle inside the 6-yard box shots, the trigger the goalkeeper to punch the ball so you can tap it in, glitches. I mean, it's glitch galore in UFL like usual, but Strikers has proven they can't take it out of the game, so you either play the game and accept that it's sort of like a comedic football game, right? And you still try to solve the puzzle, or, as you've seen there, the opponent goes for the glitch shot, or you don't play the game. It's simple as that. Now, with that being said, it's exciting because a new season starts in literally 17 hours. The countdown's already on, and that also means a new legend. Now, they gave us a hint. They do a very good job with promotion and customization. I got to take that back because their main promotional figure is the CEO through his own X channel instead of using their main channel. So I like the idea of, like, they released a little clip and it said this player scored in one of the best left-footed goals ever and had some amazing moments in the snow. So you think of like Zidane with all of his snowy moments with Juventus and incredible left-footed goals. You think of Maradona, right, with his goal against England in the World Cup and a lot of snowy matches when he was in Italy. You think of the snow match with Vialli and Zola, right, in the Champions League. They were in wherever they were, Poland, wherever they were. There's a lot of different players it could be. I think Maradona, Zidane are probably the two that come to mind. But it's cool stuff like that. You get conversation going. Now, yes, in the back of your mind, you know that these legendary players don't really mimic their real-life selves like they do brilliantly in eFootball or even okay in FC. FC will miss the mark sometimes. You don't really have that. They're just these super powerful players that have those names and the likenesses of the real-life player. That's all it is. The game UFL doesn't have enough individual identity to really recreate legendary players. But it's still cool if you're playing UFL and if you can enjoy this game, right? But that's where you have to dive into stuff like the Team Pass, which surely is going to bring a lot of new, cool stuff. This Team Pass, I'd say, wasn't the best, right? It was a Halloween one. The Freddy Krueger kits were nice. This Lampard card, okay, right? It was okay. He starts for me in the middle of this version, the cam version, and he does pretty good, but could have been better. Could have been better. Like, I didn't even want this kit. I could care less if I get half of this stuff, right? The one Halloween pack was like, okay. Didn't even want this Halloween stadium. But if Halloween's your thing, then you probably love this, right? I like the throwback Adidas one. I like the very first Adidas series where you got to see they're partnering up and all the cool Adidas stuff. Some of it just individual to the game only that you can't get in real life. Like, this stuff is cool. Their customization stuff. So, without having deep game modes like an FC, and it's the same thing in eFootball, but you dive into like the tactics, the player building, which I love. I'm a nerd for that. In UFL, though, you have to dive into like the Team Pass and then like the ability perks, and so otherwise there's not much to do. You'll easily get bored, right? So when you're playing this game, that's what you're going to have to deal with. If you're excited about the new icon, it has to be because he's going to help you with any of the nonsense, glitchy BS, right? If you're excited about the game, it's going to have to be because you're a few star points, away from getting the Freddy Krueger kit, right? Which this kit is awesome, right? Or the It kit, which this kit is awesome. You have to be excited to open a pack, even though it's vast majority of the time you're not going to get anything. There's that small chance you could get a player. You have to be excited to potentially get a player with, Air Sentinel, so now you have both your backs that can stop the auto-cross goals, right? Or a player with fast shot or fast finesse shot, so you can get those types of goals. Or the Long Rangers, so you can get those 50-yard rockets. Or Del Piero, so you can hit the automatic free kicks. Notice that everything I'm saying is crazy, right? But that's UFL. There's all these ways to score these like auto goals, all these glitches that players use, right? Getting a keeper that can rush out with plus 25 acceleration, or a keeper where you click in the right stick and you manually can move them at lightning speed. Like, everything is a glitch, and including the ability perks is pretty much a glitch. So the only way you're going to enjoy UFL is if you too accept that that's what this game is, right? That's where it's just comedic relief football. It's not necessarily, it's not football skill wise. It's not football in the sense of enjoying the beautiful game. It's almost like a version of football that you can play without going crazy, because like when eFootball, the nonsense is in it. It derives from a historically skilled football game. It derives from realism in their game. And then you have this nonsense, so it doesn't work. FC has been the most manual, most in control football game, and the king of football games for a lot of reasons, but they have totally went all out arcade. Like their beta this year was brilliant. The evolutions this year, brilliant. I ended playing FC with an all evolutions team, and that was the only fun part. I created my own team, way under the power curve, and I got a rank 3 in champs. I literally created my own team, right? So these kinds of things are great, but there's no soul in FC. It's not football. You're moving around 100 miles an hour, players running in circles till they get open. No, I did not try the new patch. I was close, but I told myself I'm not getting suckered anymore, right? And then you have eFootball that has this new update where they nerfed the through balls, which is great, but nothing on Smart Assist. They were rumoring Smart Assist might leave. All they did was advance AI against AI matches. Luckily, it's not versus PvP, but they now have a mode in AI where the AI will take over in clutch moments for you. So if there's tough situations, your AI is controlling it. Or, sorry, it's more like AI is controlling your games, and then you can switch in and just at a click of a button take over. So then you can try to score in those clutch moments. So your team creates everything for you, then you click over and press shoot. It's the dumbest thing in the world, but clearly if they're adding this shit, there's a bunch of losers out there that like it. That's the funny thing. It's crazy. So we'll have to go see what they have to offer tomorrow, right? They have the countdown, 17 hours away. And we will see what this new icon or legend brings to the table. We'll see what the new Team Pass brings to the table. If you're into UFL, you'll get excited about it, because that's one of the biggest things to get excited about. A new season, new Team Passes, new legends, stuff like that. And if you're not, maybe you can enjoy watching the train wreck that is UFL. But if you're not into giving the game a break from real football, like accepting how bad it is, you're never going to enjoy it. That's the bottom line. So you let me know what you think in the comments section. But until next time, let's see what we have to come and if Strikers delivers. So, for me, I don't really have a preference on the player, right? When you look at my team, I'm missing one center back. With us, you got to get ability perks with these players. So one center back, two wing backs. We'll see if they can deliver. One of those I might go for. But the other positions, I'm pretty much solid. Pretty much don't need much. I gotta go get some coffee. Or I'll do it on my way back. And you said you want me to pull my advance money for that, or do you want to just pay for it? I should get it over before the
How much will it be?
I usually get over from the door. Okay. Come on, game, let's go. I forgot if the new season starts with the new season pass. I gotta check that. I don't think it does though, right? The season keeps going. Or the ranked season and stuff. Here's this Lucifer guy. Damn, you play the same opponents now, guys. It's getting back to the old. They've lost all players. This dude's usually got terrible connection. Look at that, 116 L's, bro. Complete rat. I tied him, then whooped him. So let's see what we can do here. Dude, what the fuck is he doing? Goal. Oh, his keeper got moved and set. Dude, bumper pool. Bumper pool and fucking lag. God, it drives me crazy. Dribbling into me and shit. Can't even imagine. How did he even get that shot off is the crazy part. He just sits back and doesn't defend, so all you can do is kind of go for crosses. Eventually, I'll hopefully get one with Holland. Dude, read him like a book. I didn't wait long enough. That was my fault. Dribbles out of bounds, bro. Goal. So these teams that sit back like that, it's one of the biggest reasons you got to have Holland or Kane up top. That's one of your two. Or if you have one, is your only one. Damn it, I keep doing that. Too much power. Oh, yep. Oh, you mother trucker. Goal. Damn, nice goal. I probably will. We'll see. I don't know, man. I've been eFootball. Both these games are in different places and need work, but both of them are. Ha ha! You little bitch. Goal. Good night. I'm too quick for you, boy. I'm too quick for you, boy. Look at that. Auto free kicks. And I put that one a little low, too. But you just perfect the timing of it. Nice job, buddy. Just no fucking skill in this game, dude. There's just no skill at all. Because, you know, the player can't defend. So he does that, you know. Look at that. Look at the delay. Oh my god, look at the delay. It's just such a joke, bro. $95 Holland for what? What's it for? Was there a leak? I saw goals looks good, LaCroix. I played the one original one and it was terrible. But dude, I saw some gameplay. It looks good, bro. It looks good, man. The original. I have a code for the original one. I have a code. I could play it right now somewhere in my messages in my old Discord. I can't find it. Dumbass. You're dumb, dude. How stupid is this? Oh, that was sick. Dipshit. Yes. Yes. Oh, Holland creates his own magic that time. I always have little battles with this rat. Dude, I can't even get packs, Richie. I just spent $300 on Black Friday in this game. And I thought I got screwed, and then I looked at how bad I could have got screwed and realized real quick, like, dude. Realized, oh my god. Like, I could have got nothing. Like, I tried the October pack for the 92 Mbappe, and dude, I got like the 170 CP as my reward. It was crazy. Look, everyone can dribble in circles, you fucking no-skill bastard. This is what he did to score his 1 goal. Oh my god, dude. I swear to god, there's a glitch now. I didn't even know I was kicking it backwards like that. Insane. He thinks I was wasting time, but that was a total accident. Alright, boom. Yamal's still fine, but we'll put Salah in there. Yeah. You know what? We're going to go defensive. So only Holland's up there because of those stupid crosses that keep coming. And then I'm going to go get Enzo in there. Alright, let's play. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Oh, Team of the Year pack. What new legend, dude? I think from that hint, I think it's either Maradona or Zidane. Because they both scored amazing left-footed goals. And they both have amazing left-footed goals, and they both have some crazy snow moments from playing in Italia. Dude, so you seen the lag there, right? You seen the lag there. Did they just not call a foul there? Yeah, this rat loser. What a rat loser. He knows how to glitch fouls somehow? How the fuck do you do that? He just tackled me from behind. That's a red card. Dude. And then dude, there's no way. There's no way that's just a coincidence. Good game, Lucifer Loser. How many times is that I whooped your ass? About 10? This is like the old days where you just keep whooping the same people. I kind of like it. He scored some shit goals, and then I'll give it... The Del Piero one, I'll give it to him, man. He did some dribbles. But, dude, this game has such bad defense that... You know, one of the glitch ways, you just run in circles. But that whole thing with the Mexican servers being shut down, I think like a Japanese server and like... certain countries, and now I'm playing, I'm like, this connection's terrible, you can't even do anything. Players just take the ball with one player and run it up and score. And the one guy responded like, dude, yeah, the scores will be like 14-13 and shit. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you can't defend, so you just run at each other. I'm like, how many games are like that? He goes, all of them. But yeah, those are definitely, if Dave Riley, if I didn't answer your question, that's bad game development, bro. That's what this game is. It's in it. That's the joke of it, right? And then these people who play, though, you got to embrace it. Like my boy Richie here clearly embraces it. You got to embrace the dog shit. If you embrace the dog shit and like, oh, it's just kind of a comedic game, you'll enjoy it. When's the new update coming down? Do they have notes on it? Do they have patch notes on it? Let's read them. Are you that Lucifer dude? Bro, you realize I've beat you about 8 times all on stream? Literally. You can go check yourself. Your name's easy to remember. You always got shitty connection and play like a little rat. But I guess this game's full of rats, so. Alright, here, let's go read them. But yeah, Lucifer, bro, I'm like 6 wins and 1 draw against you. Maybe you might have beat me once, I can't remember. Go look at it. All the streams, baby. We remember your name. Actually, I probably can pull up a couple that I whooped you in. Let's see. Oh, let's check it out. Lucifer. Let's see. There's one. There's another win from Lucifer. There's a draw. This was the shittiest connection, bro. I think there's another one in here too. Maybe not, though. And then we played in Showdown too. Bro, how do you GG's, do you self-demote? Is that why you have so many losses? Every player I play has these crazy bad records. It's like 100 and 100, 110 and 90, 90 and 80. It's like, how do you guys lose so much? I know, but and then self-demotion, why not just challenge yourself to keep getting better? What's the self-demotion thing? You don't see it much in the other football games. Curious, for real. Huge patch coming. Holy shit. So should I go to UFL News then? Hold on. Join UFL. Huge patch. Oh my god. That's March 12th, 2025. Is there a new website that I'm missing, bro? It says March 12th. Yeah, I know, it's so stupid. I know about it. Oh, okay. So they self-demote to get easy wins in Showdown. Bro, who gives a shit about Showdown rewards, Lucifer? I'm going to call you Luce, bro. I'm not saying Lucifer every time, but how in the... I'll just call you Felix. Felix, how in the mother of fuck do you do that, dude? Just get a kick-ass record, do your best, and challenge yourself. Showdown, who cares if you don't get all the rewards? The rewards suck dick. For real. I'd rather have a good record. Keep challenging myself. Alright, so here we go. But to each their own. This is a huge, huge moment in UFL history. Now, why do I say that? Because they're going head-to-head with another football game regarding big updates. And we're going to see who can get more buzz, who has more buzz right now, and who delivers better. Because there really is an open spot for second place. Now, we got to be 100. Keeping it 100, as the gangsters say. eFootball is ahead of UFL as far as true football. But they went so heavy on the AI control over there that they're just losing serious players. They're losing respect from the general player base. And so UFL, if you haven't followed my content, make sure you go watch. I got a beautiful chaos video. I got another video about UFL's garbage. And the best football game? Question mark. Now, why is that? Well, go watch the videos and find out more details. But the bottom line is UFL, for crazy reasons, mainly because these other development companies are just dumb, UFL is right there in the mix in its own lane of kind of this wonky game with these crazy ability perks that are oddly satisfying. So if they got rid of some of the things so there's not cross after cross after cross and like certain stuff, and their customization is always fantastic. Some of the perks are brilliant, some of them are just really gimmicky, but they're all powerful in some way, except for like ball roll, that outside bender on a free kick when you already have auto free kick goals from the regular ones. Like Del Piero scores every damn time. My Del Piero, other people's Del Piero, he doesn't have any of the special things. So what I'm getting at is what we're about to go over in these update notes is a pretty big deal. At the end of it, I'll give you my overall review and my grade. Just to give you, an example, eFootball did their big presentation earlier. They are expanding AI functions only for verse AI matches, but it's still a joke. They're nerfing through balls, which were a big problem, particularly the diagonal through balls. They added a connection between defensive awareness and acceleration because sometimes defenders aren't fast, but they're defensively aware, positionally aware, and so they're good. Think of Van Dijk's, think of Gabriel's. There's certain real-life defenders that aren't speed demons, but they shut down the fast attackers all day. Well, why is that? That's what Konami added in. So they have that football brilliance in their development team. They just choose to cater to low skill and ratty players. UFL, they don't got shit. I mean, they hired like the lowest of the low as far as gameplay goes, because every patch typically like makes something worse. So hopefully that changes, right? You're constantly seeing all the people they're hiring and shit. So let's read these notes and let's see what we got. So schedule maintenance update will take place. So it's going to be like 3 a.m., 7 to 10, only 3 hours. I think that's like 3 a.m. Central Standard Time. Let me check that while we're live and on the air. The server will be unavailable, we already know, right? But if you look at the time conversion here, 10 o'clock UTC is 4 a.m. So sometimes they get done early, but by 4 a.m. we will be able to play this updated version. If you're spending on packs, which I can't because I wasted all mine on Black Friday, you can go after the new Holland Mbappe. I got like $6. I'll probably put in for the new team pass, probably get the new legend, but the pack system is such a broken mess. I mean, I saw that in Black Friday, so I strongly recommend you do not spend money, but I'm a degenerate too who likes spending my money on football games, so I get it if you do, but I strongly suggest you don't. I have videos to show you horror stories of why not to, including the crazy October pack opening where I got nothing. I'm talking nothing. I could have burnt money for heat and it would have been a better use. So let's get into these notes. And they actually have a little video. Supreme Team Pass. What? Oh my god, it is Roberto Carlos. I need a left back. I'm getting Roberto Carlos. It's Roberto. I gotta update this. I gotta update it. Unbelievable. It's Roberto Carlos coming to UFL. No kidding. Wow. Roberto Carlos. So let's see the rest here. Fixed headers. No way. Right here. Get out of here on that bottom of the screen. Wow. So right off the bat, they hit us with a banger. Now, to some of you, you've read about this, but you haven't heard the King of UFL's opinion on it. That is the biggest thing you must know. The King's opinion. Now, the header fixes, that's huge because obviously I don't even know the percentage, but it's huge. Right? Think about how many games come down to just several crosses on each end to determine the game. Updated low pass animations. Okay, any update in animations is good. Added new skills. I don't know if that's good because some of their skills get crazy. So if it's something that you can just spam, that's not good, right? So we have to see about where that goes. Enhanced jockey control is so needed. Improved defense. Will it work out? Will it work out? fix stamina consumption, and fine-tune goalkeeper behavior. Guys, that could mean they fixed the glitch where you automatically trigger them punching the ball and score. We got to go back to this whole gameplay because they're obviously showing this stuff. Okay, let's watch, and then we'll read too. But so far, A+. So far, A+. But remember, though, I got to bring back my historical UFL pitch notes breakdowns. I must say, they do a fantastic job of this part and a fantastically horrible job of actually delivering in game. That's what we must see. Here we go. Oh! The keepers are going to be... So the keepers are just going to be broken. The keepers are just going to be broken. The keepers are just going to be broken. What did I just miss? Okay. Special holiday event. December 18th. Cutscene ultra skit. Left and right bumper so you can go quicker there. Alright, here we go. Alright, guys. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of it. Huge update. So, first things first. Agile dribbling. New passive skills. So they're adding agile dribbling, which is basically controlled dribbling. I wonder if that's going to enhance. So it's passive. So that just gives you the boost in the skill area, right? Agile dribbling will just be like dribbling and ball control boost, right? So that's no big deal, these passive skills. But ground pass, interceptions, diving against chip shots. What the heck? So these just update stats and they give them these names. They might as well just say like boosting new skill boost, but it tells you what area it's supposed to help you in. So I guess that's cool. Handling against finesse shots, but in the stat sheet it would just be like plus 10 handling. You see what I mean? Reflexes against basic shots, handling against free kicks, attacking runs, stamina, and attacking runs. So they both, I'm assuming, attacking runs is probably offensive awareness. Attacking runs, stamina is literally stamina. Ship shot accuracy is like shooting. I don't know. Shooting. New functional skill tracker. Increases speed and agility of jockey. New functional skill tracker. So that's functional. But wait a second. There's ability perk, passive skills, functional skill. Will that show as a passive skill? So this tracker is going to be ridiculous, but why not just add this to all defenders, guys? Why add it as a skill? And you know who's going to have it? The guy that I'm going to purchase tomorrow named Roberto Carlos. Hopefully his mid-level card has it too. He's going to be a jockey freak. And he's going to have that, and his 92 is going to have that, and then they're going to have that he's going to have the overlapping one, attacking one, I bet. Fixed an issue that allowed players to frequently score headers from crosses. Fixed an issue. No details, though. So they basically just super powered the goalkeeper. So guess what, guys? Haaland may not be. You might want to go with all, like, now Mbappe and Del Piero and these boys become meta. I'm sure Haaland will still be broken. But at the same time, if you take away headers, I mean, Haaland is still a beast, but if you take away headers, not nearly as much. I'd almost rather have like two quick shot, finesse shot type guys, which my Haaland has the finesse shot one. Fix an issue that allowed players. Okay, so adjusted goalkeeper reactions to long range finesse shots and reduce the frequency of hitting the crossbar. To long range finesse shots. Okay, so now long range finesse shots aren't as likely to go in. Rebalance jockey. Okay, there we go. So they added a skill, but they still rebalanced it. Increased agility and slightly reduced movement speed. So why they did that is because you would run by the attacker. So now when you jockey, the players can move side to side better, but they're not going to freaking run so, go so fast they slip by the attacker while they're like control dribbling, R1 dribbling. But now you can keep up with them when they're doing all those cuts. That is brilliant stuff. Goalkeeper, improve ball direction during saves. The ball is more likely to be cleared to a safe zone. They copied off of FC, and thank God they did, because that was a huge plus in FC, right? There were so many players that would literally just go for any shots just for the rebound, and it happens so much. Like I said, those players that are triggering the crosses that make the goalkeeper punch the ball, hopefully that's gone with this. Improved goalkeeper behavior and reactions in various match situations. Updated ground pass animations. Updated animation for the lane change feint move. Improved the performance of the heel to ball roll feint. Refined the super cancel animation during dribble sprint. What is that, guys? So I'm dribble sprinting. How do you super cancel in UFL? Because I did not know. Can somebody tell me so I can put it in this? How do you literally super cancel in UFL? This is news to me. If somebody could put it in the chat so I could add it in this video that we are live recording. Your boy didn't even know you could super cancel, or I forgot. Adjusted how fatigue affects shot parameters. Refined the fast, low finesse skill. So that, I bet, means it's nerfed. Refined. Because the shots go on the ground at 3,000 miles an hour and it looks stupid as hell, bro. It's super broken, but now they might make it super not broken. Now, here's the funny thing. I called this. I said, wait for the new season to start with the new legend, and they're going to change things so that new legend is centered. Like, oh, this is all good for him. And they're going to change the meta so you purchased all these players around that meta, around these broken headers for Holland, broken finesse shots so you get, broken quick finesse shots so you get like Yamal on the right, and Del Piero, you want him because he's... No, now they're going to come up with all new stuff. You watch. And that's how they're going to try to get you to keep buying players. Now, the only bad thing about that, and I don't think they'll change it to the point where it's just like totally useless, but let's hopefully they get to the point where you can use any of these players and they're all like powerful in their own ways. Then we got a good football game. But if they just change it around to from broken mechanic to broken mechanic, then it's always just going to be glitch central bullshit. Just a new glitch, different day. So let's see what these changes make. But so far, you got improved defensive animations on Jockey, so now you can keep up with the players that dribble in circles and shit. You can't just cross every time for headers. If it translates, we'll see. Like, I probably go cross tomorrow with Howell in the first header, boom, goal. But you never know. I mean, it looks like the goalies are going to turn into freaking Spider-Man, is what it looks like. Right? The fast, low finesse shot, another pretty broken way you get in the box. You just bink. That could be a regular-looking shot now, or it could be just a shit shot now. We'll have to see. Improved shot trajectories, enhanced accuracy logic based on the shooter's position and angle to the goal. Fixed how weak foot affects shot power. Improved pass target selection during free kicks and defensive. Improved pass target selection during... Okay. Refine the default shot trajectory on free kicks. It is now straighter, and applying curve requires using the right stick. No shit. So it's now straighter. So you don't get that automatic Del Piero curve around Roberto Carlos stupid shit. Now, when you take a free kick, you gotta manually apply it, and maybe there'll be some skill there. We'll have to see. Adjusted the logic for triggering quick subs to allow replacing players who become... Wow, adjusted the logic for triggering quick subs. Allow replacing who become heavily fatigued during... Perfect. Fixes. Fix an issue where passes with lower power buildup would incorrectly target the opposite flank. Yes. Yes. Every time on crosses. But they're not really needed anymore because crosses are pretty much nerfed. Fixed incorrect pass animation when kicking off from the center. AI assist bot. Defensive AI behavior. Improved player positioning under the active containment mechanic. Positioning now more strongly depends on the perceived threat of the opponent's direction of movement with the ball. Introduce a new interception stance. The player will attempt to position between the opponent and the ball to block potential opponent and the ball. to block potential pass trajectories. Interesting. Player attributes will now have a greater impact on how quickly players react to changes in the opponent's movement direction and when switching to a new. Okay. A lot of these, pretty much all of these, we have to really just see them in the game. Improve positioning inside the box. Players will move more actively, change positions more frequently, and stay closer to the ball. That's brilliant. Increase the impact of player attributes on how effectively players get open for a pass inside the penalty area. Yeah, increase the impact of player. So that's it. They made offensive awareness, more involved. That's huge. Push squad forward, pull squad back. So, oh my God. While the set piece is active, you can now push your squad all the way up or pull them back with the right bumper. Unlimited amount of times, not just, oh crap, I pushed them up, now I'm screwed. You can push them up and go, nope, I want them to come back, and then RB it, right? So that's cool. Improve positioning of the attacking team's defensive line after being called back. Improve position. So the attacking team's defensive line. So I guess when they call back, they're all out of shape and it messes things up. Improve midfield positioning on free kicks taken from your own half or the center of the pitch. Players will stay closer to the ball to provide more options for a short and safe set piece. Okay. Defensive bot behavior. Based on the situation on the pitch and the positioning of teammates, the bot can now play first touch ground pass. Okay. We don't care about that. Defensive bot behavior. We don't care. That's all, AI stuff. Supreme Team Pass. What the impressive new content, new legendary footballer, which is Roberto Carlos. The Supreme Team. Oh, Supreme Team. Exciting challenge. Supreme Team, this is the team of the year, basically. 94, not 95. It's 94 Mbappe, 94 Haaland, 94 Dims, 94 Yamal, Bellingham, Virgil, Saliba. All broken. All of them have different traits. So I have the 91 version. So this is fast finesse shot. You can't tell what Mbappe's is. Let's see if we can blow this up. We can't. It's a 50-50 on either getting the basic or the sword one is what they're saying. Ruben Neves. Some absolute beast Supreme Team players. So the new game changers. Add the ability to instantly skip cutscenes. That's cool. You just hold the top 4. Added a new in-game camera preset. Dynamic. We might have to check that out. I go with isometric so it's further away because I like to see more of the pitch. They added all this Umbro stuff. The Trianda Winter Ball is in. Trianda Winter Ball. Fixed a number of UI bugs and crashes. Fixed stuff in the stadiums, updated the soundtrack. So, overall, not too bad. I'm going to give it only a B+, but it moves to an A or an A+, depending on how effective what they say goes into the game, because they have a history of not matching what they said to what happens in game. So right now a B+ though, because the efforts are there. And if they can fix all this server nonsense that's going on in some places, I don't know why some servers were shut down, or maybe they can reopen them bitches. I don't know how it works. But some of that bad gameplay is ridiculous, right? You don't need that in a new game like this, because that screams FC shit. No one wants to deal with another version of that. So aside from that, when you just look at the gameplay stuff, they addressed a lot of stuff wrong. For me, I already spent too much on Black Friday. I'm not going for any of these players, but they're going to be absolutely broken. I mean, I have a 91 Hound, so these are just ridiculous cards. I have a weird feeling, though, that it's going to be, tough to get these Sons of Guns. We'll have to see. So let's see when it's... Oh, it goes a pretty long way, so you never know. I may change my mind, right? So December 12th. Wait a second. Supreme Team Pass. Okay. So December 4th, tomorrow, I'm reading the date wrong. They're doing the date like some damn not Americans, man. What the hell? So December 4th to January 8th. So still a decent amount of time if you want to get some of these players. I'm definitely going for that Roberto Carlos, the mid-level one that you can pretty much get right away, without a doubt. Because I need a left back really badly. Grimaldo's decent, but dude, Roberto Carlos, are you serious? So yeah, B plus for me, bro. I mean, right off the bat, there's some very good stuff in there. I got to figure out how to super cancel. If you guys know, leave in the comments section, please. Because they're talking about something changed and the ability to super cancel on your sprint dribble. Among a bunch of other stuff, but, you know, I'm getting refreshed on UFL. I remember doing so many of these pitch notes. I used to do them directly from my phone while I was at work or something. Like, oh, the new pitch notes. I'd be doing them in the side, like outside in the bathroom, like in the truck. You'd hear the truck all bouncing around as a work truck. So it's cool. It brings back some good memories, right? It brings back some great memories, and I just try to have fun in this game because it's far, far, far from perfect. And if you try to look at what it could have been, you know, we can't go back there. At least not right now because Konami's well deep into the jungle, if you will, and we're just along for the ride. We're going to try to enjoy it. Let me know you're going to get Roberto Carlos. You're going to go after any of these insane Supreme Team players. I love the name, by the way. You got Totti, or Team of the Year, and then you got Tots, Team of the Season. NFC and UFL, you got like some other done. Who knows? They have terrible names and stuff like that. But you got the Supreme Team and some cool card designs. And you got Roberto Carlos, the Brazilian legendary left back, coming tomorrow. So we'll see what happens with that. Stay tuned for more. And as far as this stream goes, I'm thinking I'm going to bounce off, do a little bit of editing and stuff. Get ready, kind of do some diving in. Settings. What do you mean settings? Super cancel. Wait, B settings. Richie, you saying you give the grade a B? I'm gonna look this up. How to super cancel in UFL game. R1 and R2 on PlayStation. To take your player off the AI controlled path. Son of a gun. So they have the same super cancel as UFL. Sorry, eFootball. FC's is L2 and R2. So you can take control of an AI player, bait the opponent. Practice your timing. Mastering the timing is crucial. Practice in the training mode or casual match to get a feel for when press the buttons to the desired outcome. Combine with other controls. Combine super cancel with other controls like the shoulder barge button, which is R2, to maximize your effectiveness. Don't overdo it. Man, that's eFootball, bro. It says in UFL, but that's eFootball. That's hilarious, bro. That's so funny, dude. Super cancel UFL. Here it is. I just read. They said UFL at the top. Can anyone tell? Okay. This isn't UFL. Super cancel. How do you super cancel in the damn game? I'll try it. It's got to be L2 and R2 or R1 and R2 because they copy everything from FC or eFootball. Like eFootball just brought in gauntlets, but only AI. So that's that. Yes, because the truth needs to be spoke, you dipshit. JJ, come on, bro. I know you're smarter than this. You can't be such a sissy little delusional person, man. There's so many of you idiots out there. You have to be honest. Nobody in their right mind thinks UFL is a good game because it's not. The game is full. Well, hopefully now they fix it, but the game, the past X amount of weeks, months, whatever, has been auto crosses to Holland and glitchy goals, bro. That's not good. It was way better at full release when it was manual, but you had to score real goals and make real plays and really manually defense. Of course, if you're being honest, you're going to talk bad because that's what the game is. It's bad. It's just telling the truth. You want people to lie and make up fake content and what you want me to show a highlight of a Otto Holland go look at this skill, that was pure football. Oh my god, he did it again and again and again, and oh my god, I'm just so skilled with this Holland cross, look at the skill. What I'm doing is, no, it's automatic. You press square, press circle when it gets to Holland and it's auto goal. You don't want me to tell the truth there? You don't want me to talk about when the connection's terrible because they shut down servers, how bad the game can get? You don't want me to talk about all the glitches where you make the goalie punch the ball out? Hopefully that's fixed too. Glitches with 50-yard finesse shots, looks like that might be fixed, right? So it looks to me like they knew the game sucked too, because look at what they fixed. Everything that was pretty much broken, which is why they get such a good grade on their reviews, but they got to make it happen in game. But with all due respect, bro, right? You only know yourself. But when you read back your comment and then you look at the game, you have to understand that it's a dog shit game. But on one side, you have to look at, okay, you speak up about it, and that's how hopefully eventually enough people speak up and we get changes. Or if you're looking on the other side, like, why play it then? Why play it? Because this is what we have in every game. Every game has dog shit. Playing a game doesn't mean fucking being delusional and lying about, like, oh my god, this game's amazing. I love eFootball. It's pure skill when you know you're using Smart Assist or some shit. If you're just honest about everything, then there's nowhere else to go. You're in a good place, right? And a lot of people in my shoes do lie or do sugarcoat, so no offense, but people like JJ can be like, oh, okay. Yes, but it spreads, bro. Do you know how many people did not buy? It was literally recorded. Do you know how many people did not buy FC 25 at the usual time? They do a initial discount. So then the most casual of players buy the game. Okay? FC 25 got such terrible reviews that the number was at a record low. And guess what? It's low again this year because after getting rave reviews and then releasing several patches and the game going back to just pure server trash delay nonsense, even the biggest creators were finally, after I said the same thing for months in FC, and then finally the big creators started, but once again, they knocked the game down to $35. That for one, they did that early, and for two, they're getting a record low of casual players coming in. Those casual players turn into hardcore players. So they're losing future players of their game. And that's just the truth. And it's the same case all the way across the board. Whether you're talking Smart Assist with eFootball or whatever. Saying this stuff and spreading it is what's going to attract players to the game, new players, FC players that are fed up with FC, eFootball that are fed up, UFL that are fed up. If every player's like, this game is a joke, or they watch and they're like, what is this? They're not going to play. If they watch and they can have fun with it, but they know it's dog shit. But either way, when you play UFL for the first time, right off the bat, you're going to either accept all the bullshit and say, oh, this is cool, and maybe with these fixes it turns into a lot less bullshit. On paper it should. We have to see if it translates. Or you're going to play it and say this game is trash. But speaking the truth is speaking the truth, bro. There is no lying. There is no just, like, to me, that's like the shadiest thing in the world. The game, everything I say is facts about the game. So just lying and saying it's good does not make you more eligible to play the game or mean that it's crazy. You just speaking the truth of the game. Period. Okay, so JJ, you don't know how big of an idiot you sound like, even though I've said it a lot. All right, so let me explain why you sound like an idiot. Do you understand that this game is not a newborn baby? Do you understand that this game is over a decade in the works? Do you understand that they were behind the scenes and had over 10 years in development? That means they had the skin packs. They knew that they were going to be a dead end and they released them anyway. They did a run through and seen how long the skins would last. They refined something and refined it again and again and again and again. This game, look it up yourself, and then I'll allow you to feel like a dummy. But you got to do your research before you speak, bro. No, people don't just accept flaws. People have a line. Once a development company proves incompetent, then you stop taking this game as a serious contender. Stop saying 2 to 3 years and do. It's 10 plus years already. You need to do your research before you speak. This is not a newborn baby. This is literally a game that has the experience from the devs that is a third, so still way younger, but still a third of eFootball, okay, and UFL. They're like mid-30s versus like a 12-year-old, okay? So I expect a lot more from a 12-year-old than a newborn baby. Do I expect the world? Do I expect an FC or a eFootball? Absolutely not. Which is why I'm still playing the game even though it's trash. Because it has this crazy wonky fun to it. But for a 12-year-old game, right? Because the only difference is they chose not to go public, which we see why. But other than that, they've been in development 12 years. They just didn't go public. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? You sound like a moron. I don't care if you talk to him. You're a moron. So this guy just says, I talked to the CFO. What does that have to do with the game being in development for over a decade? That's a fact. Are you just ignoring that? Who gives a fuck if you talk to the CEO, bro? You're not even seeing how embarrassing you are. There's this dude like this in eFootball too, and it just drives me nuts because you guys are delusional. What does you talking to CFO have to do with the fact that you called this game a newborn baby when in fact it spent more time being worked on than many games that are out right now? Way more time. And they just can't get it right. So now you're ignoring that fact, but don't call it a newborn baby because that's misleading and that's a total lie. It's over a decade in development. Then, on top of that, you just admitted the game is bad and you're right to criticize it, but either accept it or just stop bothering. No, JJ, that's not what you do. If you're a fucking lying piece of shit, I don't just say it one time and then act like you're normal after that. If you continue to be a lying piece of shit, then guess what? You're going to be called that. If you end up changing your ways and someone decides to say, man, you used to be a lying piece of shit, now you're good. You can't go, nope, you're not allowed to talk about that. You said it already, so now you can never say it again. No. Every time you play the game, and it's still what it is, you bring it up. No, I love playing UFL. It's fun. That's exactly, if you go look, I think the title of my video is literally UFL is garbage and the best football game, in which I explain that it's the worst football game with football, but the best in the fact that you can have fun and laugh. And then I have the quote saying, in UFL you laugh, in FC you sweat, and in eFootball you lose your mind. You have to do your research, bro. Talking to a fucking dude, this Eugene dude, who I'm assuming you're talking about, that puts updates on his UFL like he's trying to become some fucking superstar off of a game. Why in the hell the big updates aren't on the UFL sites directly makes no sense. Why there's certain exclusive drops on his. Like, who the fuck just... Every UFL player is supposed to be friends. Like, I follow him, but every UFL player is supposed to just follow Eugene? Makes no sense, bro. But anyway, you talking to him doesn't change the fact that this game's not a newborn, so that was a lie that you said. And nobody just brings up one bad thing and then, oh, well, I've already said it, so now I'm just going to act like the game's good, or now I won't talk about it. So that's the last thing I'm going to address. I promise you, JJ, there's not one right-mind person in the world that's going to agree that once you point out facts about something, you can never say those facts again. Point it out once and then act like the game's good? What the fuck are you talking about? And then calling it a newborn and I say it's over 10 years in development, and your response to saying a totally bullshit statement, your response is, bro, I talked to the CEO. I'm involved in the game. So then why would you make up a lie? Why would anybody think you're credible when you can't even get it right? A newborn versus a 12, 11-year-old, whatever it is exactly, is a totally false statement, bro. You're totally off. So get some credibility, do your research, or fuck off. So here's what we got, guys. Hey, you're in my stream, aren't you, dipshit? Here's what we got. Tomorrow, we got these players on screen. We got all the updates. And we'll see how it goes. We got Roberto Carlos. I'm interested to see how he translates with this updated jockey. No doubt I'm going to go for him directly because he's a guaranteed pull, at least the mid or baby version. You never know. Maybe the baby version's better, has better ability perks. I doubt it. But at least the mid. It's always interesting to see the customization. So we're going to end up seeing. Stay tuned for a lot more content. I drop daily UFL videos. I am the king of UFL when it comes to English speakers. I challenge you to find another English speaker that's better than your boy. The original. The original. And I wouldn't be shit without you guys, so thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned. Video coming soon. Full breakdowns. Full tactical analysis. Full review. Pre, which you just saw, of the patch notes, and post gameplay to see just how much strikers added to the game. Because remember, they have a history of putting out ridiculously amazing pitch notes, and then in the game half the shit they said doesn't work. So we're going to see live tomorrow. Stay tuned for more. Yours truly, the CEO of UFL, OG Gamester. Peace out.